Hey guys, so tonight for dinner I am making two meals. I'm making meatloaf that I prepped for the meal prep, and with the ground beef I'm making beef enchilasagna. And I got my pan here getting all hot for the ground beef to make the enchilasagna, and I'm adding this salsa that I had in the freezer forever. So there's the beef. Add this salsa. So this came from my CSA, and I had it in the freezer probably over a year. So yeah, it's still frozen. Yeah, so I'm adding that as the flavoring. It'll thaw. So here are two of the meatloaves that I prepped and froze, and it did it worked. It got a little flat, but that's okay. So I'm gonna make two of them. We do like leftovers, so there's still a third in the freezer, but they held up. This is the first time I froze raw meatloaf, so they're still a little frozen, but I guess that's okay for now. A little bit. So what I like to do is I like to add barbecue sauce. So I got this one from Target, this Kentucky bourbon. We like the thick stuff. There you go, nice and thick. So I put some on there, and then get a brush, and then I like to brush it and coat the whole meatloaf. This is how my boys love the meatloaf. And yeah, and I know people like to put bacon on top, but I never really did that. But this is what I do. So get it nice and coated. Gives it a nice sweetness when it cooks. There you go. Got it all over as best as possible. Nice coating. And then I take the ketchup. So I like to put a nice drizzle of the ketchup on top. There you go. Make a little zigzag pattern. Make it look all fancy. Yep, and my meat's still cooking. The ground beef. But meatloaf is done. So here the ground beef is all heating up. Still a little frozen, which is fine. Smells so good. So this was just onions and beef. No seasoning. There you go. And then I'm going to add tomato paste. I don't have tomato sauce, so I'm going to use tomato paste and water. And there you go, a whole can of tomato paste. And let's add some water. Make our own tomato sauce. That's pretty much what it is, right? I mean, it's just tomato concentrated into a paste. So work it. Yeah, I'm going to need more water. So I put the frozen salsa in the microwave, and it's ready, kinda. There you go. Still a little frozen, that's fine. But at least it's out of the jar. So this was some homemade salsa that they used they made at the CSA with the tomatoes that they grew, and I had it in the freezer for such a long time because I kept getting jars of it, and we were eating it, but it backed up. So now I'm using it in the beef enchilasagna. So look at this. Yeah, look at this, nice and saucy and bubbly. All achieved with tomato paste. I mean, not for nothing. They're smaller cans, so they save some room in the pantry. But, yeah, that's the look I'm achieving, that I want to achieve. I usually achieve it with sauce, but this is fine. It works. Use what you have. And then my water's boiling for the pasta. And there's the meat. Okay, so I'm going to add some of this taco seasoning in there. I'm not going to add salt because taco seasoning has salt. But yeah, this is from Costco. It's good. We like it. This is a whole lot of meat, so I'm just going to keep shaking it. There you go. Nice. Smells divine. So now someone had made beef enchilasagnas for us. Actually, just enchiladas. They were rolled up individually. I'm lazy, so it's just easier making it like a lasagna. But the boys loved it so much, so it became a staple in this house. Yeah, so I need to taste this to make sure that there's enough seasoning in it, because the season does have salt. And you want to make sure it's seasoned well. And that's perfect. So now for the sauce, I'm using the Epicure enchilada packet. It makes it so much easier than making it from scratch. And tomato paste, water, coconut oil, some lime juice, but I have a lemon, and the seasoning packet. I love this enchilada sauce. It's so easy making it like this. I'm a fan. And then now I gotta stir it up. Let me get my little stir thing. Sorry. Ugh. There you go. Stir, stir, stir. Then you stick it in the microwave. So now it's heated up. You stir it and mix it. Get that coconut oil all melted and mixed throughout. And then I'll be assembling my enchilasagna for another night. See how easy that is? These things are awesome. Love it. So let's put this bad boy together. We need the corn tortillas. Gonna layer the bottom. Fits about 6 on the bottom. These were from Trader Joe's. There you go. They overlap. That's perfectly fine. Then we're going to add a layer of meat. I know I'm going to make a mess. There you go. Aerial view. Nice layer. Probably should have used a bigger spoon. Spread it, spread it. Yeah, so you can make as many layers as you want. If you want more of the corn tortilla layers or just more meaty. I mean, it's going to be meaty no matter what, but, you know, you could do 3 layers of corn tortillas. You could do 2, you could do 4, whatever you want. Let's get more corn tortillas. There you go. I bought 2 packets. Yeah, so, yeah. I don't want to bore you. So this is the second layer. We love this. You could put cheese in between the layers too. I didn't. My bad. Could have. Yeah, I'm really glad my boys are starting to, they have expanded their palates. They wouldn't have eaten this a long time ago when they were little. Yeah, but now they love it. Okay, so here is, we need more corn tortillas for the layer. Trying to get these out of the bag with one hand. Yeah, so finish this layer. There you go. So I'm going to end it here and we finish it on another night. So I wrapped it and I have extra meat and the enchilada sauce in jars so that we could just top it with cheese and bake it for another night when things are really busy. So now to the baked macaroni and cheese. I have my cheeses here, cheddar and Parmesan. I'm going to mix it with the hot pasta. I like these 2 cheese blends. I like the sharpness. Sharp cheddar. And Parmesan has that little bite to it, and they blend very well together. So I'm going to mix them up as best as I can. Try to get it all in there, nice and blended with the pasta. And there you go. I mixed it the best I could. So now I'm going to sprinkle some breadcrumbs on top. I don't know why, but this is what my friend did years and years and years ago. So that's how I make my baked macaroni and cheese. I try to get a little bit in there, a little bit mixed up. I don't really like a whole breadcrumb coating on top, but for whatever reason, she had put some breadcrumbs in, and I love it. I think it just adds some crispiness to it. And I love when the edges get nice and crunchy between the cheese and the pasta. All right, so that looks good. So just one more topping of it, not too thick. Okay, I put some pepper in there. Can you see that? Some pepper. Put some pepper, black pepper, and then I put a little splash of milk. So the milk gives it some moistness so that the cheese melts and becomes a little creamy, but it's too dry if you don't put the milk. So I put some milk, just a little bit. And now we're just going to put the remaining cheese on top. Can't have too much cheese. Well, you can. It's not too good with cheese, too much cheese, but this gives it a nice coating. Some of it gets a little crispy, but with the milk, it just blends and you get nice cheese. And yeah, it's good. It's good. And then I like to put some pats of butter on top, and then we're going to cover it with aluminum foil and throw it in the oven. So the meatloaf is ready, and I got to do a vegetable. So I have some cauliflower here, and I have some broccoli. I'm going to put them in my micro steamer, and I have some leftover peas, just nice medley of whatever I have left over. Micro steam it, add some butter, and that is our vegetable side. I'm going to get them all in there. There, did it. So the mac and cheese is ready. I need to take it out of the oven. My veggies are ready. The meatloaf is ready. And look at the mac and cheese. Ready to plate up. Look at that. That is dinner tonight. So tonight we pulled out the enchiladas. And then we're pouring the sauce on top. Some of the chunks, and you'll see a big one coming really soon. There it is. So there it is. So that's just the oil, like the coconut oil that got solidified. And then I have some cheese, and we're going to top it off with some cheese, remaining cheese that I shredded for the baked mac and cheese. So there's a couple of strands of Parmesan, but that's okay. It'll blend well. Not that many of them. But let's get all this cheddar on. I got my oven preheated to 400, and we're going to bake it until melted and bubbly. I mean, it's already cooked, so it's just heating it up pretty much. Oh, come on. Jeez. All right, there you go. So I forgot to film it when it came out, but here's the rest of it. Yummy as always. I made a salad, just lettuce, tomatoes with some cilantro dressing from Trader Joe's.